I can't. So I have to, struggle with work that comes in, and then trying to find time to do other stuff as well. Because I'm not holding a full-time job, so it's really a call for you to push away stuff so that you set this week to do your film.
There's actually no way to balance it. There are times that I have to stop doing what I have to do and go and take on some photography jobs, just to pay off whatever outstanding that we have. And
it's a bit tricky because sometimes work comes in and it forces you to think about it. Then are you going to forego the possibility of earning from that job?
There is no ecosystem whereby sometimes if you are a director, you can actually survive being a director.
Coming from Singapore, with 4 million population, it's very, very tight. Because for Zawei films also, our bread and butter are TVCs, television commercials, or sometimes even corporate video.
So the film alone will not sell and make you money, but it will take you to a level where people recognize it and then they call you to do other stuff.
We started shooting this in April and we sort of finished it in about May. And by June, because of how we were actually shooting it, by June 1st we actually had our website up. And 5 minutes of it was actually being shown. So from June, we actually, after every 3 weeks, there is a new episode up. So people started going on the site and they start telling their friends and just starting to build this crazy community of people.
There's always going to be people who want to watch, don't want to pay, want to watch, want to pay, and don't want to pay, don't want to watch. So by putting 3 web episodes up, what we call webisodes, we are trying to cover all 3 markets.
Why do we wait for somebody to pirate your stuff when you can actually use this platform to sell yourself?
Becoming Royston, they have packaged it very well. Other filmmakers who are still around there, who still are wanting, lack that creative discipline. It is not good enough to say that you are a filmmaker. You have to prove that you are a filmmaker.
Now we are going to finish our 2 final scenes, and that will be the end. And we have overshot for about 2 hours, so it's okay lah. They're all very free. I guess I didn't really keep track of time, but I already knew I would overrun, so it's okay.
Okay, today is the 3rd day of shoot. It's a disaster.
Hold the traffic, I'm going to go for take. Okay, ready?
We are overrunning by 2 hours almost and a half. Hopefully we'll get done, then we can go back and sleep.
Going on to scene 10. Okay, we're done.
Cut!
On the last day of shoot. Next is to try to finish up scene 1 and then go into edit and piece them together. A lot of piecing to do.
After each day of shoot, I just digitize the stuff and see whether they can make up a scene. As I shoot, I edit this kind of thing when I'm free.
we're now in the post-production for the feature version, which most probably will not be released in the theaters. It will probably travel the festival circuit. We have to get it out ultimately because we are nominated for the Asian festivals of first films.
Crossroads is a short film that I've written for submission to the MDA Panasonic Digital Film Fiesta. I'm going to just handle this initial process and then I'll bring in someone to help me to look through from a different perspective.
Right, so Chrissy is the editor for the feature length version. As you can see, she's having a lot of trouble because I didn't give her a storyboard. No shot list, no story, and everything's all by EP.
Okay, this beautiful place is Home Studios. This is where we're doing our audio post. So I'm bringing in the audio element so that the audio engineer Wayne can mix it together with the music, the dialogue, the voiceover, so that we can compile them all together and give me a mix so that it sounds good.
It's getting very easy to do this kind of thing nowadays, but me, just one person with computer and whatever, can do it without needing to go outside to the studio or anywhere. So actually anyone can be a filmmaker nowadays.
Nick is working on this project totally at home, actually at the office, but he's created the music, the editing, the sound edit, the coloring was actually all done on a G5.
But okay, now the great thing is technology. These days, right, you can do everything with your computer, and it's so cheap to do a short film.
Okay, today is the last day of editing. Hopefully I can finish by today, so I render. Sometimes it hangs.
Right now we're doing the final. I don't know, man. I just keep going until they come and chase me.
We are exporting the very first completed feature version, and so we're ready to go. We just need to get this done to send for rating.
It's finally rendered without any hiccups, so usually the last step is to turn it to this portrait, and I'm going to submit it for the competition and hope it works out.
Has to go everywhere possible. By traveling, participation in film festivals seems to be more welcome to Chinese language films from Singapore. Maybe because they deem Singapore to be more Asian.
It's very, very important now that the local films get to travel.
We want Singapore films not to travel all around the world and then come back to Singapore, because that's what everybody else is doing.
Everybody hears about XYZ movie showing in the rest of the world except Singapore.
Yeah, which is very, very strange. And if it's a made in Singapore film, I think maybe it's a notion of local film. Maybe it should be made in Singapore film.
Yeah, it's a dirty word.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the funny thing is, people think that Singaporean stories are not interesting, but I think to a foreign audience, they understand it's universal, rather than trying to make something look, cool or Western, or which is not you, which is not me.
We shouldn't want to be Hollywood or Bollywood or Hong Kong, because that is quite impossible.
We are kind of struggling with our identity. So this lack of identity is a problem of where our films is going to go. As long as we retain something that is uniquely Singapore, maybe we can use that as a vehicle to push forward to say this is a Singapore local film.
A lot of people feel that Singapore films are low budget, and why would I want to pay maybe $8.50 to watch a low budget Singapore film compared to a high budget Hollywood blockbuster?
The authorities have to do something about it. It's not just the filmmakers. They should introduce maybe one film a month in cinema to be screened together with the foreign blockbusters.
And for independent people, we always at the mercy of the cinema operators.
Any feature movie production, you can only spend $100,000. Let me tell you why. Cinema hall rentals cost a lot of money. Okay, in order for you to break even, a weekend box office takings must be $380,000, and then you will get your $100,000 back.
Then you get a second weekend.
$280,000 goes to cinema hall operators and distributors. Okay, and marketing costs. For every $10, we get back about $1.70. Where did the where did the $8.30 go to? Is it justified?
I'm making my films just underground films, short films now, so maybe hopefully in a few years when more people are accustomed to local film and more people go and watch, then maybe I can show my films to more people.
Today we present Becoming Royston, directed by Nicholas Chee, nominated in 3 categories: Best Cinematographer, Best Script, and Best Male Actor. I'd like to request Nicholas Chee to come up and introduce his film. Enjoy the movie.
日复一日，夜复一夜，时间是不会停止的。
What's happening now?
On to credits.
Okay, my favorite part of the film is actually the credits at the back, because that's where I can thank all my friends, cast and crew who helped me, and I try to come up with some funny stuff inside the credits, so whenever you watch my film, you should watch out for it.
Go and sleep. Go and sleep.
Cover blanket.